Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to review the history of a Wikipedia page. This includes who has made changes, what has been discussed, and what that means before proposing edits of your own. I'm Steve from the Mather Group, and we're creating short videos for marketing and PR teams to help you better understand Wikipedia, all in 5 minutes or less. This is one of the first things we look at before approaching any Wikipedia page. Reviewing the history helps you understand what's happened in the past, including prior disputes, editorial activity, and potential risks before proposing changes of your own. The first place I typically like to start is what's called the talk page. You'll find it in the upper left-hand corner of the article. The simplest way to think about the talk page is that it's a discussion board for the specific Wikipedia article. As you scroll, you'll see posts from editors. You can see the subject of the post, the content, the user that posted it, and the date that it was posted. As we scroll down, you can see two examples that are interesting. One here, which was posted on January 11th, 2026, and it was responded to by a different editor, ultimately completed. Alternatively, below that, you can see a very similar situation in which a change was proposed by a different user. It was reviewed once again, but in this case, it was not completed. So this is the mechanism for changes on Wikipedia that you'll see often, where folks are communicating what they think should be improved, debating, in some cases lengthy, about what should actually happen, or in this case, not so lengthy, and then ultimately decided upon and implemented. Again, some talk pages can be quite long, others are quite short, but you always want to review this area before thinking about making a change. The other place I like to check is the revision history. Back in the main article in the upper right-hand corner, you'll see a button that says View History. Clicking this brings you to the full log of every edit made to the page. Here, you'll see the date in which changes were made, you'll see the user who made it, and you'll see whether content was removed in red or added in green. In addition to a parenthetical section in which folks are supposed to write essentially a summary of what they did, why they did it, etc. You won't always see very lengthy descriptions, but as you can see as I scroll down, sometimes there's quite a bit to be shared. It's all dependent upon what that individual decides to write in there for the description. So again, sometimes it's going to be helpful, sometimes not so much, but always worth looking through to understand the reasoning behind certain changes that have happened over time. Lastly, you can compare revisions. So if we look, we can say, want to look at the difference between the version of the page as it exists right now, and let's say the version that it was about a month or so ago. By toggling like so, and then clicking Compare Selected Revisions, you're going to get a side-by-side view. And it's going to show you what essentially was changed, what may have been removed, what was added. This could be a little confusing at first, but with practice, it'll quickly make sense to you, and you'll be able to follow along easily. Also, as you scroll further down here, you're going to eventually be able to see not just all the changes, which are quite lengthy in this example, but eventually you're going to get to, again, what that latest version looks like. Very, very helpful for understanding, again, the differences and what's happened over time. So that's a quick walkthrough of how to analyze a Wikipedia page history. In future videos, we'll go deeper into how to interpret these signals and extract even more insights from each section. Thanks for watching.